ChezPride, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I want to go over the patch notes and just the patch in general that came out on December 5th, 2023, which is today when I'm recording it. Hopefully it'll still be today when this video comes out. I do apologize for this video coming out so late. It's already almost 6 o'clock at night when I'm recording this, and this patch literally came out at 1. First, I don't get home till 2, and then it took me an hour to download the patch, or not to even download, to figure out how to download, because for some reason it just wouldn't work, and it took me an hour to figure it out, but I figured it out, and by the time it was downloading, it was time for me to go get my husband from work, and then after we got home from work, a clusterfuck of things that happened, so I'm just now getting to record this, and I do apologize, but I'll get it up as soon as I can get it up. But I am excited because I didn't read it yet, but there are so many patch notes, and there's pictures. Guys, I am so happy when they include pictures in with the patches, and look how many bug fixes there are. This is all bug fixes. I'm so excited. I'm very hopeful for this patch. You guys know I love to get into some good patch notes. So let's go ahead and dig in. I do have my game updated and where I can pull it up if we need it. But like I said, there's already pictures, so we may not even need it. So, it says, part-time handy person checking in for duty. Social Summers, the new expansion pack, has been freely living in all our heads, and for rent is finally due. The property owners is coming to visit in just a few days, but in the meantime, there's a couple of base game additions and a bevy of fixes to call out and share. Our favorite Sim Guru Nova is going to go into detail below. Thanks all. Sim Guru Ninja. I love Sim Guru Ninja. Okay. But, what's new? Sync assignments. Oh my god, yes, okay, I heard this rumor that this might be a thing, but I'm so excited to see it's a thing, because even in my video that you guys are gonna see tomorrow, or today, or soon, it's the last video I recorded before this patch, and I'm just like, I really hope in this patch that we're getting today that we get it, and we did, so yay! Okay, but it says, the jig is up for Sims who have had penchant for shoving Harvest of turkey bones down the drains of those poor bathroom sinks. Starting today, all sinks can now be designated as kitchen or bathroom sinks. Okay, so you should get a new interaction. When you click on sink, it says set sink type, and then you can choose bathroom, kitchen, or all if you want them to continue to use the wrong sink. This is awesome. I actually love this. I cannot wait to do this in every single one of my save files. I'm just going to go through and click on every sink and assign it. The assignments you choose will determine whether hands or dishes are totally washed in them. Unless, of course, you live for the chaos of assigning the wrong labels to each sink. We won't stop you from letting your Sims continue to be little freaks. Okay, the only thing I'm worried about now is because they did patch in a earlier patch that the Sim should just go to the nearest sink to them. Like when they're done washing their hands in the bathroom, they should just go to the sink right next to it, because for some reason they would just go to the kitchen sink, or vice versa. They would try to wash a dish, and there would be a kitchen sink right there, and they would go all the way to the bathroom sink. So that's why this fix is happening. But my thing is, are they still gonna go, even if it's like, what if there's multiple bathrooms with bathroom sinks? Are they going to continue to go to the wrong bathroom? Like, are they gonna go to the bathroom in one bathroom and then go to the other bathroom to wash their hands? Or are they still being patchy in with this that they should go to the sink closest to them? I don't know. Is that problem going to be fixed? We'll see. We'll see. But I'm glad to have this upgrade either way, because I think this is a huge improvement if it works correctly. Okay, the next one is switching controls to this household. Okay, this is interesting. So, Listen, as much as we love managed world screens, every healthy relationship requires a bit of space. So we have declared a bit of independence from managed worlds, giving you the chance to switch your active household from live mode directly with the switch to this household interaction. While we add this as a means to switch between your units of your residential rentals more seamlessly, this interaction will be available on the front door of all occupied residencies, not just residential units. Rejoice with me, my fellow rotational gameplay simmers. No, this is actually really cool. I did see when watching Little Simsy's video on the new pack, the playthrough, that this was a thing. So I was expecting it. But I think that's really cool that you can do that, because now you can just go to your neighbor's house kind of slightly more like free world. Like, there's still going to be loading screens, but you can go to the house and like be like, hey, let me play as this person. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Also, I'm really excited about break-ins. Just saying. Alright, let's see, what's next? Base game additionals that'll knock your shoes off. In celebration of the release for rent, we have a few housewarming goodies coming by the base game. Along with a cozy new outfit that your Sims are lounging in style. Okay, is there a picture of that? I don't see pictures of that. Okay, we might have to go in the game and figure out what that is. Sims can now interact with the men's shoe rack and women's shoe rack item from the base game to set rules for the house to determine whether or not shoes are removed at the door. Which means that not everyone will know whether or not your Sim is wearing socks under those sneakers. Please, for my sanity, make sure they are. Okay, I never put socks under my Sim sneakers. I'm sorry. I just think it's an annoying extra step. But, anyway, it shows here in the picture what it's talking about. So, like, these little racks of shoes that we have in base game. And I also think probably some packs come with some as well. But I know we have them in base game. You can either wear slippers indoors, allow shoes indoors, or remove shoes indoors. And this, I feel like this is kind of going back to Snowy Escape, because that's kind of when that became a thing. Because there's like little signs you can put in your house in Snowy Escape for you to take off your shoes at the door. Just because it's, I think it's the Japanese culture world, I'm pretty sure. I may be wrong, don't quote me. But that's kind of a thing in that culture, and that's why they did that. And now they're kind of adding a way to do that in base game. And hopefully it works better than it does in Snowy Escape, because a lot of times it just doesn't work. But yeah, really quick, they brought up an outfit and then didn't show it, so I'm gonna go see if I can find it. Okay, I think I found all the new things. So, the first thing is there's a top and bottom matching sweatsuit thing, and it looks like the one that was exclusive to console, I think, but this is all the patterns on it. It is a top and a bottom, so you can choose to pair them together or not. There is the fun pattern swatches, and then you can also see there is plain swatches as well. I always appreciate a good plain swatch. Unfortunately, I don't like any of these swatches or these colors. Like, honestly, it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I will ever use it. Like, maybe if my Sims are specifically obsessed with stars or triangles. But I don't know if I'll actually use this. Honestly, I think the swatches are kind of ugly. I'm sorry. It's probably rude of me. But the other outfit we got was this feminine all full body outfit. It comes right next to the jumpsuit that we got a couple of weeks ago in a it was either a patch update or STX shop. I think it was STX shop, but I may be wrong. It may come in the patch update. Either way, it's right next to it. But it does have a lot of swatches, and this is what it looks like from the back. It has a bunch of slits in it. I do like the outfit. Obviously, I think it's supposed to be cultural, but I just like it. I think it's cute. I would definitely use this on a lot more of my older, more mature Sims. Especially this swatch. I really like this swatch. Hello. Okay, but I think that's all that came with the outfits. Like I said, it didn't really give us pictures. They gave us pictures to everything else, but it didn't give us pictures of the outfits, unfortunately. So I did my best, and I think these are what we got. Alright, so next is bug fixes, and oh my goodness, just look how many bug fixes we have. Like, just for base game. That is amazing. We have some for some packs and kits and console as well, but base game, oh my goodness, the amount of bug fixes we have, which I'm excited, because we do need this many bug fixes in the game. And honestly, Sims is just a glitchy game. It always has been. It's always going to need bug fixes, especially with the more expansion packs we get. There are certain ones I'm looking for, so let's jump into them and see if they exist. So the first one says, quick meal interactions on fridge have been renamed to quick meals or drinks and microwave quick meals or drinks. Gone are the days of glass of milk and Sarah. Probably murdered that word. I'm sorry. Ensure. Whatever. Anyways, I thought they already did that. I'm pretty sure that option had already changed, because I already noticed that, but whatever. Sims who finish their drinks while also eating will now make sure to finish their meal afterwards. That's right, Mr. Landgrab. Chucking your juice on the rocks doesn't count as a girl dinner. Yes. Thank you. This is mainly a problem I've been having when I use Dine Out, like when I go to restaurants. But this is also, I'm just glad it's fixed in general, or at least I hope it continues to be fixed, because it is real annoying. The next one says, child Sims with the genius trait will no longer gain the want to solve hard problems. They'll have to wait a few years before diving into such a complex aspiration. Yeah, so I'm assuming that the kids were just getting notifications normally teenagers would get. That's what I'm getting from that, if they were a genius. The next one says, Sims with fear of fire will no longer be tormented by consent avoidable fire starting while they are cooking. I have heard this being a problem, and I hear it's been a really big problem. I typically don't play with the fears. I normally just delete them with the UI mod. Because I think the fears are really annoying, and even when I turn them off in my settings, they still pop up, especially the fear of the dark. So I don't play with them, but like I said, I've heard this being a problem for a while, so I'm glad it's fixed. The next one says, on a somewhat related note, Sims will no longer be given the option to cook together on broken stoves. Fun! That seems so safe, Sims. Why was that a thing? Anyways, the next one says, in an attempt to curb all the unwarranted surreal horror gameplay, household members should no longer randomly be labeled as neighbors and become unable to use doors. That sounds really scary. Like I said, horror gameplay. Okay, I never had that problem, but, you know, that doesn't sound good. And then it says, in the spirit of respecting the laws of physics, towels hung on the wall are no longer translucent when hit with natural light. Wow. Just some things when you read through these lists are just, some things are just like, why? Just why? Anyways, the next one says, though they are things of beauty, certain columns will now indeed fade away when they should otherwise be blocking the camera in live mode. Okay, so that is sense. It's kind of the same way that they do other objects. It just, hopefully it's not like trees and you have to like, when you go into camera mode, you have to like super back up. Hopefully it'll just pop up, but we'll see. The next one says, Sims will no longer constantly be using their phones at every hour of the day. Not a cell phone in sight, just simulation, people living in the moment. Beautiful. Yes, this is my main issue with this is in high school years. When I go to high school and the kids are sitting down at the desk, they just stay on their phone literally until the bell rings. And it's just like, I know it's probably realistic, but it's just so annoying. So annoying. That's the only time it really annoys me. Next one says, Harry Housegirl deciding to shave in your Sims bathroom will no longer cause the game to freeze. Okay, first of all, that's great that you're making it not freeze. But can we just make it where they don't have to shave if they're staying over? Like maybe just hair growth just pauses and they have no need to shave? That would be great, because I don't want a random house guest just shaving in my sink. I'm sorry, I just don't want that. But I guess it's realistic. But anyways, so the next one says, Sims should now actually be able to finish writing songs. Perhaps those of us with the closets full of unfinished projects should take notes. Hey, you don't have to call me out like that. You don't have to call me out like that, okay? Let's just be happy for the Sims. The next one says, child Sims will now only have age-appropriate thought bubbles. Sims, what kind of thought bubbles were these kids having? Like, were they thinking about the birds and the bee? What? Were they thinking about alcohol? Like, what does age appropriate mean? That's a little scary. Okay. After plenty of confident building exercises, certain table lamps will no longer snap to the wall when placed and will be comfortably standing wherever you place them. That sounds like a good fix. Infants who age out with dirty diapers will no longer produce stink clouds as they are forced to wear a dirty diaper into adulthood. Rest assured, I hated writing that just as much as you hated reading that. Oh, yeah. That had this happen to me once in my A to Z baby challenge, and it was really annoying. Sims will thankfully no longer slip and fall in a mud pile while holding an infant, because that's just too true. Seriously, I literally almost every baby or well, they're not babies anymore, but kid I knew when they were a toddler or infant got not dropped, but like the person holding them either going down the stairs or going over somebody's side while holding them would end up falling and like bruising them, but they're always like, no, not the baby, oh my god, it's the baby. Okay, yeah, that's just too real in my life. That's happened so many times. Even my dad dropped me. He didn't like slip and fall, but he like dropped me off when he was carrying me on his back. And my uncle hit me in the head with a cast, like his arm cast. So, you know, it's just, it's too real. It's too real. Okay. Next one. Adjusted frequency of body hair on randomized Sims will be slightly less excessive. Some of the less friendly toddlers and infant hairs have been taught to properly conflict resolution and now will place nicely with hats. That's good. That's good, because that's just kind of a problem for all ages. But we'll start with this. We'll start with the toddler and infants. Sims living on private dwelling lots are now willing to make exceptions for food deliverers, because everyone loves a good pizza, and even tutorial Shermountain, I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm sorry. But even tutorial people, I guess. So, goodness, at least they can get their pizzas, I guess. Basement stairs should now play nicely with terrain when there has been a lot of raised foundations. That is an issue I have had, so I'm glad that's fixed. Changing foundation height should no longer stop windows from being placed on curved walls. Okay. Sims have learned it means to be that guy and will no longer constantly ask what's happening for no apparent reason during conversations. Okay. Sims who would invite themselves over and make themselves a little too welcome have learned their manners and should now knock. Alright, well, that's nice. But can you make them where they stop taking baths in my showers? That's what's really annoying to me. Okay, just a few more for base game. Sims who invite themselves over and make themselves... Oh wait, I just read that one, sorry. Much to the disappointment of illusionists everywhere, glass walls over the basement should no longer hide basement walls when viewed from above. Okay. We've educated Sims on the dangers of overcaffeination, so anonymous coffee making sessions should happen a bit less frequently. Honestly, I kind of liked that glitch, especially with like my hunger and dating games challenges. I always find that hilarious, but oh well. Blonde gardeners and redhead pizza delivers, everyone can now breathe a sigh of relief because parents with graying hair swatches are now more likely to have children that match their base hair color rather than the unaffected red or blonde. You know, I have noticed that being a glitch over the years. Like when I play Crazy Sim with like the random genetics tool, I've noticed that being an issue. So I'm glad that's fixed. Alright, 2 more. When loading into a save and entering manage roles, there's no longer a chance of that occupied lot appeared empty. Okay? And lastly, a previously unnamed Poohoo bush has now discovered its true name. Okay, so that is all for base game. We have one from console. It says, hitting the undo button on the controller no longer pull up the search bar in build mode. Okay, just one little fix there. And then we do have a couple of fixes for different packs and kits. So let's look at kits first. So the kits say, the nails from the poolside splash kits are now tagged for both masculine and feminine sim frames. Thank you very much, representation. And secondly, it says, as fun as it was, Sims should no longer grow a second pair of feet when wearing the retro bikini from the poolside splash. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny that would happen. The next one is laundry day. I feel like laundry always has bug fixes. Hampers can now be dragged in and out of Sims inventory in live mode. These excuses for putting laundry off in here. Okay, that sounds good. And it says dirty clothes diapers will now go into laundry hampers when they belong, rather than the floor when they don't belong. Okay. Dream home decorator. The standard gas oven by Blazing Ladles no longer disappears when placed on lots. May your ladles remain ever ablaze. Alright, my wedding stories. Oh god, there's only one. I'm surprised. Certain veils should no longer force Sims to have red hair. Seriously, with what is this update in red hair? Okay, well, yeah, there has been a lot of stuff with red hair. But the veil just needs to be fixed in general. It's kind of glitchy. With werewolves will no longer anonymously check on infants during their rampage, and thank goodness for that. I haven't experienced that, but considering that my werewolf sim in my AZ baby challenge is about to rage for the first time, and there's a bunch of infants in that house, I'm glad to know that this is fixed, because that would have been really annoying. Seasons. Plants are no longer revert to dirt piles and dormant phases and will instead simply stop growing. They should no longer only become dormant when entering their off seasons, as is appropriate time. Thank you. I thought it was they did fix that. It was fixed for a little bit, and then recently I noticed that it was happening again. So that's good. And just a few more here. So we have Get Famous. Sims who have chosen the forego spotlight will no longer gain unwanted fame. Alright. With Cottage Living, Sims will now retain a historic haggler buff when buying discounted items at the village shop after haggling. Let them enjoy their Karen moment. And then it also says, your Sims will no longer be doomed to a life of sifting crafting endeavors. They should now be able to complete the task and create cross-stitch for the taste for adventure errand. Okay, that's good. High school years. The pink swatch on the benchmarking chair is no longer masquerade as blue in the preview. And teens who get more than 250 social media followers should now be able to complete the third level admired icon aspiration. I don't think I've ever gotten that many followers on social media. Like, I do we should make them a social media. I'll check it twice and then forget about it. Every time. Alright, growing together as 4. Playing other households will no longer cause Sims to forget certain achieved milestones. In other words, the game will neither gaslight nor gatekeep your girl boss Sims anymore. We give that creepy tree in San Sequoia a stern warning. It should no longer be encroaching upon a buildable area of the Sequoia Cottage lot. Sims will no longer earn the first promotion milestone when getting a new job, no matter how much your Sim is willing to be annoying and debate the semantics of that. And lastly, toddlers should now be able to sing song with infants without being interrupted. Aww, I want to see toddlers sing with infants. I haven't seen that yet. Okay, Horse Ranch has 4 as well. So, your adorable little money laundering schemes has yeeted its last haw. Sims will no longer receive double the estate number of simoleons for selling mini goats and sheep. Aw, but that's a good glitch. That's a good glitch. We get more money. Sims riding horses should now have an easier time saying howdy and other things to other horses nearby. Sims will no longer be taunted by unreachable log filled with frogs in Chestnut Ridge. And last, the era of heavy metal square dancing has waned. Sims will now only autonomously perform capo dance if ranch music is playing. I have noticed that a lot of Sims are doing the cow dance in the middle of doing the regular dance, and I was very confused by that because I thought it was this different interaction. I guess this explains it. I think it's happening for more than just heavy metal, though. I think it's a couple other stations as well. And we have one more, which is for Rent, which I'm confused. Why are we getting a patch update for something for a pack that doesn't come out until 2 days from now? Whatever, I'm not going to question. I already questioned it, but I'm not going to question it anymore. For Rent, fix an issue where rent could go into the negative or be excessively high. I'm glad they fixed that. I just don't know why that was fixed in a patch before the game even came out. Can they just fix that in the game before it comes out in 2 days? I don't know. But that is all the patch things, you guys. I'm actually pretty impressed with this patch. A lot of the packs or the fixes I was looking for were there, so I was really happy with that. But yeah, for now, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, to all that awesome stuff, because you guys are awesome people. I'll see you next time. Alright,